Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name is Erica, and today I am going to talk a little bit more about Jimmy Snow because he has released some statements and I thought they were interesting, so I wanted to talk about them. So if you would like to see that, just continue watching. Okay, so I have out my iPad so that I can read in the things because I don't really want to paraphrase and put words into people's mouths. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to YouTube, and first I'm gonna go on his channel, Jimmy's. Okay, so I'm updating my app because I have not in a while, but before I get into this, I just want to make a disclaimer so I don't get sued that all of the allegations against Jimmy are just that they're allegations. I am not saying they're true. I am just saying what other people are saying and then giving my take on them. So, yeah. So please don't sue me because I don't have a lot of money. So, yeah. Okay, so for some reason I can't get his community posts right now, but I, instead of reading it to you, I'll post a screenshot here while I'm editing it, and I might come back on for a voiceover so I can read it to any viewers that are blind or visually impaired. But for now, I'll give a brief synopsis and my take. I tend to have technical difficulties in my videos, so if you haven't watched me before, that's something to look forward to. Okay, and now I am on Jimmy Snow's community tab, and I will read what he wrote about Abby Hannah. It says, I'm withdrawing myself from GH's who's Abby Hannah's life. There's no video coming. I've just learned a lot and reflected on a lot, in parentheses, in therapy especially, and I just can't be a part of this, even as just a sideline friend who only hoped she'd get better and gave her the benefit of the doubt. I hope she has positive people in her life that can help her, but at this point, I can't be one of those people. This whole situation makes me sick, and while I know her curiosity must be high, I'd like to not talk about it further for now. So yeah, that is what he wrote about Abby Hannah. Okay, so as you can see right now, I'm on Brina Rice's page. If you who don't follow her, she's made a lot of videos about this, about the Jimmy Snow's situations. So I'm gonna be reading off because she posted Jimmy's tweet thing. So it says, everyone, I know I know there have been things going on in the background which have caused quite a stir. Frankly, I am repulsed by certain characterizations made of me, as they are both hurtful and inaccurate. I've decided to obtain a lawyer, and as for now will be taking her advice and not engaging publicly while a legal resolution is being sought. I am so thankful for the outpouring of support from so many of you. Signed, Jimmy Snow. So that is what he's saying about trying to take legal action against some of the people who've made claims about him. I guess. But so Jimmy Snow, basically, if you have watched my previous videos on him, I've talked about his friendship with Gabby Hanna and how a lot of people find that to be problematic because Gabby is allegedly an R-word apologist, and she's just an overall very problematic person on YouTube. And you can watch my videos about her if you would like to know more, but I'm not really going to go into that in this video just because, like, you only have time for so much in one video. But, so, in this post on his community tab, Jimmy basically said he is removing Abby Hanna from his life, meaning that I guess he's no longer friends with her and he will no longer contact her or support her. And I have some mixed feelings about that, which may seem a bit odd since I have been critical of his friendship with Gabby. But the reason that I have mixed feelings is I just wonder if it's to save face. I worry that he's doing it because he's losing a bunch of subscribers, and I mean, as YouTubers, when we are like losing a rapid amount of subscribers, it's just natural to want to stop that in whatever way you can if possible. And I'm not saying that's the case here with Jimmy Snow no longer being friends with Gabby Hanna. As somebody who has watched his content, and I in the past I've looked up to him. Actually, his channel was one of the reasons I made my channel. Like, I didn't know that like reaction videos towards like people like Girl Defined were a thing until I really found his content. So yeah, so I really hope that he truly like is not being friends with her because he sees some of her problematic tendencies, and until she's able to resolve those things and stop blaming everybody else for her issues and her mistakes, then I don't think it's right for you as a public figure to endorse somebody who exhibits that behavior. And I also do think about it from like the perspective, like I'm a smaller YouTuber, so right now I don't really have to worry about that too much. But let's say I was a bigger YouTuber and I had some controversial friends. I mean, I'm not really friends with people that are like big public figures, so I don't anticipate that happening even if my channel did blow up. But like, let's say one of my friends did something really awful and they had this terrible pattern of behavior. Like, I do think that it would be difficult and it would be like a big decision. And granted, Jimmy has admitted that he's not super close friends with Gabby, so I don't know why he defended her really in the first place. But like, if they were close friends, like, that's kind of, it puts you in a difficult position because you always want to support your friends, and it really sucks to end a friendship, but sometimes that's what you have to do. And another thing I wanted to talk about was, I believe he tweeted this, which is weird because I thought he deleted his Twitter, but it might be like, he might have like temporarily deleted it. But anyway, regardless of my confusion, he says he is seeking legal action and trying to sue people because people are making claims about him that allegedly are untrue. Now, I am on the really talk about Jimmy's subreddit. Sorry, I've only posted on there like once, but so I have seen some of the claims. People have alleged that he was in like allegedly in relationships with them and kind of abused the power imbalance, because as somebody who's a big creator, he has a lot more power than like his subscribers and the people that look up to him, even if they're both consenting adults. I know a lot of YouTubers have talked about the difference between consent and informed consent. And so I'm not really gonna go super into that because I feel like there are a lot of YouTubers who've done that and they've done a better job than I probably could. So I will try to link some down below that I think are pretty good. But so basically people made those claims and were saying that the second they publicly disagreed with him, either via Twitter, like if he tweeted something and then they tweeted back at him that they didn't agree, he would block them and just drop them as if they didn't matter to him. And it's very hard, especially if somebody's a public figure, because you have no real recourse. You can't really put them on blast. And it's not like, if you don't have a public platform, it's almost like, unfortunately, people aren't going to believe you, especially if he is someone who is widely respected. And I've seen a lot of people, unfortunately, making comments like people are taking advantage of the fact that he's already being quote unquote cancelled, which I don't even think he's really being cancelled. I just think people are unsubscribing because they're seeing a side of him that they don't like, which people are allowed to unsubscribe. But a lot of people, unfortunately, are saying that people are taking advantage of the fact that right now Jimmy is not exactly in everybody's good graces, so then they're coming out with their stories to just like dog pile on. And I really want to combat that narrative because I think it's really unfair. I think it's unfair for people to accuse the people who've allegedly been harmed by him of just taking advantage of the situation. Because number one, most people have remained anonymous for that reason. They don't want this to affect their lives, because unfortunately people on the internet can be very cruel, and if they don't like that you're speaking out against somebody, they can do some awful things to you. But also, like, I feel like the reason people are coming forward now, and of course I don't know this for a fact, but it's because before this, Jimmy was thought of as pretty unproblematic. So if people were saying he did this to them, then I feel like they would face a lot more backlash, and nobody would, unfortunately most people would not believe them. But now, since like people have seen some other sides of Jimmy that aren't so great, now people are a bit more likely to believe people. So I just wanted to say that if you're one of those people who the second people are coming out with their stories against Jimmy, of course not all of them may be true, but don't be accusing people of taking advantage of this situation, because ultimately, like, I believe the people who've come forward, because I don't see a reason, like, I don't see a motive for why they would be making something up. So if you're doing that and you're going after people, please stop, because ultimately, like, just don't do it. It's an awful thing to do. It's an awful thing to be invalidated after you've been through something terrible. And yeah, I know there's someone, I think his username is Telltale, and he's been defending Jimmy. And I just feel like it's really hard when like these cisgender white men are like allying themselves together, and they're going against mostly women and non-binary people, because ultimately, even though YouTube is a very diverse platform, people that are white cisgender men have a lot more power and credibility in our society than women and non-binary people. So I think that, like, you shouldn't, not that, like, I understand that if you're friends with Jimmy, you want to defend him and support him, but be very careful of how you're going about it, because you don't want to be silencing people that are just trying to tell their story. So please just don't do that. I mean, I don't understand what's going through in this guy's head, especially since I think he admitted that he's had issues with Jimmy in the past. So then why are you going so hard to defend him and be like, this isn't true and these are all lies? Like, if if you don't even like the guy and you, like, I'm not saying that you should allow him to be slandered, but like, why are you going so hard to dismiss claims if you don't know if they're true or not? Because there's a good chance that the claims are true, and obviously I've said I believe the claims, but everything is alleged until it's proven. So yeah, and I think that was all I really had to say today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, or this stirred something up and something hopefully productive and like good, rather than like upset you. Like, I realize it's a very upsetting situation, so that's why I didn't say I hope you enjoyed this video, because I thought that would be a pretty weird way to end this. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you have not already and you would like to, please consider subscribing to my channel. I post commentary, I post disability related things, I just post a ton of different things. But yeah, so I hope to see you again next time, and hopefully I'm able to get my remote to work. Thank you. Bye.